We are in Wellesley Island State Park in New York.
We're in beautiful Wellesley Island State Park in New York.
Beautiful Wellesley Island State Park in New York, in upstate New York. In fact, we're so far upstate that that's Canada right there and the Thousand Islands.
We can wave hello to all of our Canadian friends.
And we're here at the pavilion just at the beach.
And you can see the beach right behind us. It's a nice sand beach and is beautifully protected by the cove that it's in. The water is crystal clear. You can see right down inside. It's absolutely beautiful. And you can rent kayaks outside the park and have them delivered here. You don't even have to bring them. They can be delivered to you.
Or you could rent fishing boats on the marina, which
Right
is
down there.
just down the path, maybe 100 yards. You can rent there at the marina or tie up your own boat. And we're here. You might notice that the beach looks a little empty. We're here kind of towards the end of the season, so
It is.
the little snack shop is not open
It's only open one more week, I think.
for camping. The park actually stays open year-round, they said. And you can visit the nature center, which we are going to do tomorrow morning, year-round.
I'm excited. It's beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful.
And I suppose we haven't tested the temperature of the water. We're here in the very beginning of October, and we will go test the temperature and see how cold it is, but I
will
assume
say,
you could swim.
One of the fishermen yesterday caught 3 bass and 2 perch, or 2 perch and 3 bass, but he said the water was really cold, so I would trust the fisherman would know if it's cold or not.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going in for a swim. But beautiful park. We've explored a good bit of it so far, and we'll do a bit tomorrow too. I'm happy.
Yeah,
This is a good park.
Beautiful.
I like it.
I do wish that the pavilion was open so we could see what it's like when it's hopping in the summer. I bet you it's pretty hot and humid, which we try to avoid. But they have a beautiful pavilion here, and I love the stonework, and the whole area is just really done.
Has a little store in it that sells various things. Put some footage in where we peeked in through the door.
And an arcade.
An arcade. A laundry facility.
The laundry looked really
right here.
nice.
Looks really nice, yep.
Yeah.
And we're in full hookup sites
Yay.
for about, if I remember correctly, $45 a night. So pretty reasonable. That's about our average of state parks across the country.
And almost everyone here is local. They live nearby, and they're usually in a fifth wheel or a trailer, and super friendly and nice, and they love their state. They love upstate New York, and they're just selling us on everywhere around because it's so beautiful.
People
and we
love
agree.
this park.
We agree, yes.
It's good so far. So I think we're going to really like this one in our review. I am going to start off by surprising Christina and saying, there's a lot to do here.
Yes, that is a surprise.
Always a bit negative, and I'm trying to counteract that. So, activities to do here, I would say boating.
Definitely boating.
And you can rent boats here.
Now, boating, we really need to differentiate that because oftentimes, like we say, especially in Colorado or some western states, you can boat often, but you can't have a motor often. So you can have a motorboat here.
I am not going to disagree with her. And yes, they rent motorboats so that you can go out onto the St. Lawrence River or the bay here and fish.
And we're at Thousand Islands, so there's lots of islands out in the middle, which is very pretty.
Yep, it's pretty cool. I guess you probably have to keep in mind that the Canadian side is pretty close, and maybe you're not supposed to cross that, but I assume they would tell you that at the marina.
Have your papers with you?
We talked to the guy at the marina, and they do ice fishing out here in the winter. And
well, I thought you were going to talk more about the border patrol then.
No, I wasn't.
Since you brought that up, because he said that they check.
So they do rent motorboats, but they do not rent like stand-up paddle boards, canoes, kayaks, or things like that. The guy at the marina told me that there is a place just outside the park that does rent kayaks, so you can rent from them and pick it up, or they'll even deliver it to you here in the campground. That's pretty cool. They also rent bicycles. which we probably should have done.
The shop outside the park.
Yeah, but we didn't realize it until yesterday, and then it was kind of too late. So maybe on our next trip.
And we really could have used bike rentals here because it's a very, very big park.
Yeah, the park's kind of split in two. There's the entrance station with the Heron Loop, and I think A Loop is over there as well, and the Nature Center. And then there's a bit of a drive. Would you say it's a mile?
Well, let's just say it would take us, Google said it would take us an hour to walk from our campsite to the Nature Center.
Okay, that's a bit of a distance. And then there is this section that we're in that has a bunch of loops, a lot of campsites in here, including the full hookup sites.
Tent sites.
Yeah, the one we're sitting in right now is tent only, or basically tent sites, because a lot of them you have to walk to. We'll talk about that when we talk about the campground sites. But,
good idea.
This section over here, it has the marina, the store, the beach, and things like that.
Big playground.
Yeah, it's probably the place you want to be close to if you're here for any of that kind of stuff. If you want to take your kids to the beach or do your laundry, that kind of thing. If you're in Heron Loop and you need to do your laundry, you're probably going to be driving down here. So that's pretty cool. Fishing, you can also do here. Do you remember what kind of fish he said?
Perch and bass.
Walleye?
I don't remember what he said about the other kind.
And
yeah, that sounds familiar.
The salmon come through, but people don't usually catch them out there.
Yeah, because they got one thing on their mind, so.
Getting back up the river to spawn. That happens a little bit south of here, where we were at Southwick Beach State Park. There were a lot of people in there fishing
which
for
is
salmon.
only 15 minutes away.
Yeah, or an hour, something like that.
Really?
I'll put it on the screen. I forgot. We made a stop between that state park and this state park, so I'm a little confused of how far away it is. What else can we do here? There's a huge playground.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, and if you fall in that playground, you're going to bounce. You're not going to get hurt.
It has all the rubber tire bits.
A lot of rubber tire bits. It was very bouncy.
And it looks brand new.
Cool,
it's really good.
Things to play on and unique things to play on. Yeah.
And that's right down near the beach and the store.
And the concession and the laundry and the arcade and ice cream.
So if you stayed in at least D Loop or F Loop that we're in,
you're close.
You're
right
close. You can just, it's not even a 2-minute walk from the campsites to that beach playground store area. So you could totally camp in those loops and then just walk down to the beach every day with your kids.
Or bike it.
Or bike it, I guess.
Now, you're not going to be able to see the playground. So it's not like, it depends on how old your kids are, but you're not going to be able to see your kids from your campsite. You're really going to want to go down there for the day. Yeah.
And maybe you bring your laundry?
And part of it is because it's a loop, it curves, and there's trees. So
and there's a hill. And there's
also the bay out
the
there.
Buildings
And the buildings, yeah. But I always suggest to people to look at Google Maps on the satellite. So you can figure out what the shape of the loops, what they look like, and where they're generally located, and have a really good idea of which sites are the ones that you're going to want to be at from the satellite.
And we'll talk more about that later. What else is down there? There's something that Christina just found this morning on our walk.
What was that?
The shuffleboard court?
Oh yeah, it's a shuffleboard court. It's not very well painted, so you might have arguments about whether your disc, I don't know what they're called, is in the right spot. Maybe it's a puck. And I don't know if they have things that you can rent to play it.
I'm going to guess those are at the store.
Probably, yeah.
And the store is currently not open on the weekdays because we're kind of here at the end of the season for camping.
I'm always thinking outside the box. You could always bring bean bags for your beanbag toss and come up with your own game.
Yeah, I don't think many people will be playing shuffleboard.
Probably not, but it was surprising.
But I bet the beach and the playground get a lot of use.
Yeah.
And maybe even the arcade. They have an arcade here with more than a couple games in it.
Yeah, that's cool. So the beach in particular, I wanted to compare it to some of the beaches a little further south. It's not super fine, like powder sugar fine sand, but very nice sand, not white sand, brown sand.
Christina is a sand connoisseur.
I don't know, everybody likes fine sand, and it's very fine sand.
It's, yeah, good enough to lay it down on and play in.
Yep, and it's not
Build a
mucky and
sandcastle.
gross. It's super crystal clear, although there are crabs that live there because I saw a little baby crab claw.
Or there was a crab that lived there.
There was a crab. And there's definitely some seagulls there that are eating things. Yep.
What else do we see here? I can't remember much else in that. It's great for riding your bikes around. The loop that we're in, F loop, and this loop D, they have a big paved
Bike trail.
road, I guess, that the cars ride on to go
Oh,
around.
you're talking about the road.
Yeah, and you could just ride around the lake. There's not that much traffic.
And it's good quality road.
Of
So it's
people
not
coming in
like
and
there's
out.
potholes everywhere and you have to really watch where you're going. You should be doing that if you're riding your bike. But you know what I'm saying.
Yep. So
It's a smooth road.
we've seen a lot of people riding around on bikes.
Every
kids,
day, everyone's
kids
riding their
riding on
bikes.
bikes.
Yep.
So that's definitely an activity you can do here. Bird watching. We're right on the St. Lawrence River, so
water, fresh
ospreys,
water. Yep.
cormorants.
I definitely saw a cormorant today. At first, I thought it was an otter, but then because of the way it was swimming, but it was definitely a cormorant. Those are the kind that kind of like a loon, but much more skinny, and they dive. They can dive underwater for a couple of minutes to catch their fish.
Yeah,
I think he was
they're
bathing is what he was doing.
one of those big gray birds.
It's not gray, it's more black.
We've seen squirrels.
Oh yeah, I saw a black squirrel just run by. And I'm from Michigan originally, and I remember seeing black squirrels, and I think they're just beautiful. And so we've been seeing the regular gray colored ones, but then just before we sat down, I
She's
saw a
very
black squirrel.
excited about
And
squirrels.
I lost it. I was
So
excited.
some bird watching, especially with the birds that feed on, follow the
Songbirds.
fishermen.
And songbirds.
Songbirds, I guess. Light on the other wildlife, I would say squirrels, but we haven't seen anything more than that.
Although there's usually coyote everywhere. There's usually fox everywhere. And I would suspect
Yeah.
that there's some around here too, but
And deer,
We haven't
probably,
heard
but we
and
haven't
haven't
seen
seen.
anything else. I can't think of anything else that's in the park. We're going to visit the nature center tomorrow morning
So
on our way out.
yes.
So
And we're
we'll
gonna
have
hike.
to
We are hiking.
walk, and we will add a note in when we do that about what the nature center is all about. And it's open year round, they said, except for it's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, I believe, throughout the year.
Throughout the whole year.
I think so, yeah.
So it doesn't matter what season.
Right.
We will make sure and get that information
Yep.
correct.
Other than that, it's a great park. This
It's
is
beautiful.
so quiet, so peaceful. You're right there on the river. It's cool watching boats go by, and just at the bridge you can watch the ships go underneath the bridge.
So
Because
boat
the
watching. Boat watching.
Yeah, the shipping channel is actually south of the park, not the section that's right out here that you can see from the park.
And there are definitely ships or boats, tour boats that are going back and forth also.
To the Thousand Islands, yeah. So pretty cool park. Impressed so far.
Very pretty.
One of the things that I've been surprised by is how nice the sites are in these state parks. We traveled to a lot of different states, and they're kind of a mixed across
bag.
the board. Yeah, mixed bag. And this state park has very good sites. Full hookups. Granted, we're in the middle of a field, but they probably just haven't planted as many trees as they need yet. It looks kind of on the new side. I would bet it's built in the last 5 years or so.
Well, if you
this
look
loop.
at that maple tree right there that's still staked, that tells me that's a couple of years old.
So a couple of years this has been here. They have the standard amenities, picnic table, fire ring. In this loop there's full hookups. There are some loops with electric only. The H loop that we talked about earlier near the nature center, near the check-in shack that they're redoing or rebuilding. The D loop looked like it was all dry camping. So they have a mix of sites in here. F is the only one with full hookups. Water pressure was pretty
We're
good.
in F. And before you move on to the other loops, this has very good spacing.
Yeah.
Very good spacing, and it's not concrete. It's paved. I need to learn.
Asphalt.
I need to learn all the different kinds of paving there is. Asphalt is the kind that they roll down, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So asphalt.
And pretty level.
Yeah, pretty level.
We
and
put 2 blocks in under the tires.
And even asphalt, I would think that over time would start to sink in certain places, not like concrete. But right now they're pretty nice and very spacious and nicely spaced out, like we were saying, but not a lot of trees. There's no coverage between sites.
Yeah, all the sites are going to be pretty open to the sky, which is great for Starlink. Bad for you're going to get full sun all day long coming over. Some of the ones in the middle, kind of up behind us to the back,
They back up to the trees.
yeah, they might have
That
a
is
bit more shade,
Yes.
but not a lot.
The sun is going down there, so that is south, and they would get some shade. The trees are tall, which is nice.
Yeah, nice mature trees, most of them.
And
on
there's
the
a few
outsides.
more scattered about in the middle.
But the middle is, we're in a big loop here, so a big circle that connects out to the main road for Loop F, and the middle of it is a big open area, so lots of places for the kids to play, set up a volleyball
Everywhere.
net.
Even behind us is a huge field. It's not flat there, but we're on the corner, one of the corner spots. As soon as you come into our loop, it's one way you go around. We're at the very end,
Number
right at the
55.
entrance. So it has a huge, nice yard, if you want to call it, side yard.
Yeah, but good spacing, flat sites, good hookups for the full hookup loop. Can't think of what else. I mean,
Well,
it's just great.
The D loop up there, we were up there, and that's just beautiful. Now those are tent sites, I believe.
Dry camping.
Dry camping, so there's no amenities there at all. Some of them had a little parking spot right off the side of the road. Some of them you could actually drive down to the water, and there's big boulders, rocks, gorgeousness overlooking the water. Super unique, pretty in the deciduous and pine trees.
Some of them look like you had to hike in, and some of them look like you could pull your car into the site and car camp, or maybe you have a van or something like that. So
Also multiple sites down the one road. It's almost like a spoke off of the loop, an outside spoke with multiple sites in it. So if you had a couple of people that you wanted to camp with, a family reunion or friends, that would be really cool to have your own private driveway. That'd be nice.
yeah, so check the site when you book to make sure that your particular vehicle or trailer can fit and is recommended for that site, because there are some that were definitely hike in only.
Yes. Another thing to say too, so you're right at the water, but you're high up, and there are cliffs basically from your campsite down to the water. So it's not like you're going to be able to take your kayak and just go right off from your campground. And maybe even kids, you want to keep an eye on your kids, because they could, fall down the cliff on the rocks. There's a lot of rocks, but also super fun to explore.
There's also lodges here, so the campground does close in mid-October, opens up again in May, I think. But the lodges, the cabins, stay open the entire year. So you can't camp in the winter, but you can rent the lodges. And the cabins, somebody said that they could have been cleaner, but they look like pretty basic cabins right on the edge of the rocks.
And
overlooking
not log cabins, so not like super cute, but they're like little boxes right on the cliffs though. Beautiful views.
Pretty basic setup though, and they have a shared bathroom up there for themselves. There is no bathrooms in Loop F, so no shower house, no bathrooms.
They assume people with full hookups want to use their own bathrooms, which is most likely the case for almost everyone.
But you could easily walk to Loop D that does have bathrooms and showers.
I would say it's a quarter of a mile.
Okay, a quarter of a mile. And they were free hot showers. So, and they
Nice.
looked pretty clean.
Did you say individual?
And they were in Loop D. There were individual locking door rooms, which is the kind we like.
The
so
best kind.
the bathrooms were that way, and the showers.
I think everybody likes those the best, right? Because you have the most privacy.
I don't know.
I don't know why you wouldn't want that kind.
So pretty good. There's nothing I can complain about here.
It's wonderful. Except for the one complaint, we don't have bikes, we don't have a tow car. So in order to get to the nature center, we're actually going to wait until the day we're leaving to go to the nature center and park and take the little hike there.
Otherwise, it's a great place to stay. It's affordable. Seems well taken care.
One complaint, sorry. They close. we would camp throughout the winter here. I know they get snow, but
yeah, I won't hold that against them. There's probably not that many people that want to camp in the middle of winter.
Not even in Colorado. Colorado state parks are open all year long.
That we know of. So, great place to camp.
Very lovely.
Pretty impressed.
Love it.
Well taken care of.
This is a great time to be here at the state park. We're here just the first day of October, the end of September, beginning of October. And if you like cool temperatures, you like to be able to not be too hot or too rainy, this is a really great time to be here. The deciduous trees are turning beautifully this fall. Love it. I did check, the temperatures are no higher than in the high 60s during the day, and at night it gets to be about 44 overnight this time of year, so that's pretty nice too. That's pretty pleasant. If you are in an RV, in a tent, you might be a little bit colder. But I also checked our app, Chasing 70 Degrees, and it looks like summer is actually pretty nice here too. It's going to be, summer hot temperatures in the 80s, maybe 85 the highest, with some humidity, but you're going to get some nice cool breezes too with the water here. So I think summer would be a really great time to be here as well.
All right, my favorite topics. How much did this cost us? Full hookups and a great site at a great state park. It was $45.25 for one night with full hookups. We actually booked for 3 nights, so the $7.25 reservation fee would have been spread across those. But if we had just stayed here for one night, $45.25, which is about equal to the average across the whole country. Might be a little bit better than average because you have full hookups. The connectivity here is my other most important thing. Starlink worked perfectly, of course, because we have a great view of the sky. Cell service was okay. It was enough to make phone calls and take messages and things like that, but probably not good enough for streaming and things like that. Making reservations was pretty easy. We could reserve up to the day of. I actually came in, had a site that we booked 2 weeks ago, came in and talked to the person at the shack and asked if we could move from electric only to full hookups, and that was no problem since it was a site available. So easy enough in the Reserve America system to make a reservation, no problems there. All right, we made it out to the nature center this morning after our stay in F Loop. And what do you think?
The nature center is gorgeous. They spent a lot of money on this, that's for sure. It's beautiful.
They did.
And we're on the patio right now, which you could sit in an Adirondack chair and look out at the water.
Yeah, beautiful place to sit. And I don't know if you could watch the sun go down, but definitely a nice place to watch the boats go by or just sit here and watch nature. It's usually pretty quiet. I don't know if the microphone's going to pick it up, but there's 2 buses full of school children
Field
that are
trip.
visiting.
Field trip.
So we've kind of parked ourselves behind the nature center, hoping that it cuts out the noise. They're having a good time though, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
They're all playing, I think they had cornhole over there and a giant Jenga. I don't know if they leave those out when they're not open, but it's definitely something you could take your kids to.
And they were just finishing up with the information. They were hands-on class, I guess, for, somebody was teaching about all the different animals that are around out here.
Now, it was a bit of a hike, though, from Loop F.
We did not hike it.
Well,
We drove.
we drove it, but it would be a bit of a walk. I can see why
Yeah.
Google says it'll take you an hour to walk here.
Yeah, and or take a bike. Definitely take
Mm-hmm.
your bikes down here from F Loop.
Now, if we had stayed in H Loop, like we were originally planning, we probably would have walked this, but still, it was a good distance from H Loop even.
And we didn't stay in H Loop because it did not have full hookups, just
Yeah,
electric.
I got a little spoiled.
He's getting spoiled.
So, we're going to do our little summary here, but I did a new thing that I haven't told Christina about.
Oh no, another surprise.
We've always done like a thumbs up, thumbs down, and that just seems too
Black and white.
vague, or
Yeah.
too black and white. And so I came up with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points
Oh boy.
that we can score this
He's
park
a
on.
math guy, so he likes this kind of thing.
And without telling Christina about this prior to this, we'll see what she comes up with. Okay, the first category for this park is location.
Okay.
What would you give it?
Ooh.
You can give it 0 points, 1 point, or a half a point.
Oh, so it's what? It's way too complicated. All the points you can give it for location,
So you would give it a whole point for location because
because
it's right on the water.
yeah, it's not just the water.
Yeah.
We're in the Thousand Islands area. There's 1,000 islands out there, so we're on a river. There's wildlife everywhere.
You could take
There's
boat
1,000
tours.
islands.
Yeah.
There's boat tours. There's like everything you could possibly want to do here,
Yeah. The
except for
only
hike a
thing I
mountain. You can't hike a mountain here because there's no mountains.
The only thing I would say to that for the location is that it's kind of out of the way. I mean, we're probably more than an hour north of Syracuse.
Do you want to have 1,000 islands on a river in the city? No.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you probably are going out of your way to come here. You could,
Yeah.
if you were coming up through this way to go to Canada, to go to the Maritimes maybe next spring, this is a great place to stop.
How
this
far
is a
away
bridge
from
to Canada.
How far away from Syracuse?
We're probably an hour and a half,
Okay,
an hour. So we're north. We're on the Canadian border.
we are.
Okay,
really
next
on the
category,
Canadian border.
price. So our average that we've spent across all the states, across all the state parks we've been to, almost 100
Our
now.
current running
Current
tally.
average is $45, and that's what this park costs.
That's really good for the bathrooms that you get, for the nature center, for the location. So all the points they can get.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too. You might say, well, it's just the average price of all the parks, but this has full hookups, and this is a good park.
Yes.
There are parks we've stayed at in New Mexico for $14. Now, they've since sent a price hike, but $14 for electric and water, not full hookups, no dump station, and a very small park. This is
And
a
the
huge park.
tent sites are spectacular, right on the top of the
Okay.
land. There.
Activities.
Okay.
I got to keep her moving along.
Okay.
She'll just
And
ramble.
the sun is coming
She likes this
around the
park.
corner, so
Activities, what would you give it?
probably all the points also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know, like there's not mountain biking here, but you can bike and you're going to be biking on the road. You can't bike on these trails here, so we need to look that up to see if you can bike on any of the trails. These are paved, so they're accessible, but they're not bike trails.
I think,
right here by
yeah,
the nature
plenty
center.
of hiking. You can bike on the roads. There's a lot of roads in the park. There was the playgrounds, there's the beach, there's an arcade, there's a store.
Yeah.
Yeah, a visitor center. Pretty good. Okay, amenities.
So wait, how many points is that so
That's,
far?
that's 3 out of 3.
3 full points so far.
Okay,
Okay.
amenities.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should get all the points for amenities
think
too.
so, too.
So, boom.
They have showers, they have laundry. A lot of state parks miss the laundry, so I
Yeah.
would give it points for that.
Yes.
A dump station. They have a variety of full hookup sites, electric only, and dry sites, so you can choose what you want.
Although I don't really like that the full hookups is in the middle of the field. Like I want to feel like I'm in the location that I'm at, and they pretty much like flattened an area and paved some sites, and there's
I
some
think-
trees growing, but I want to feel a little bit more. So maybe, but I'm not taking any points off for that.
No,
It's great.
I think
Yeah.
that it was very good.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the next point is campsites.
Great.
I think, yeah, they were
You
level.
Yeah.
At least the ones we were at in the full hookup section.
Yeah.
We drove by H Loop and it looked pretty level too. The tent sites, because of their nature, that some of them will walk into the woods, aren't going to be.
Because of their nature, it's in nature.
They're not going to be the most level things.
You're punning. You didn't know it.
No, I don't know it. I think with the dry sites, electric only, and full hookups, giving you the options of what you want. You can have the shade, or you could have the open field. I'd say they get points for the campsites as well. And then the last one is connectivity. These are not in any kind of order. They're the order that I thought of them. And connectivity, I would say, is pretty good. There's enough of a cell signal here that you can communicate with the outside world, look things up on Google Maps.
Check on your kids that you left at home.
And Starlink worked everywhere for us, so we'll give them a point for that. So we'll give them a 6 out of 6.
Oh wait, that was 6?
She can't count.
I lost track.
Six
6
points.
is not right.
And
You
we'll give
need
them
either
6
do
out of
5 or 10. What are you doing?
Nope, this is why we're doing it.
That's kind of weird. 6 out of 6. Okay.
So
would we come back? That's my thing. Would we come back? For sure.
Yeah,
I would
for
come
sure.
back here in particular for this campground, and because of the area. And we're new to this area, even though we've lived in the Northeast for a long time, a lot of our lives. We've never been in this area. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, very pretty. We are wanting to take a trip up to the Canadian Maritimes, and this probably would be our choice to come through to go up that way, because we're from the west, so we have to come
now
around.
We're from the west, but we're really from everywhere now because we're on the road all the
time.
So
far, this would be our choice.
Yeah.
I don't know how the crossing is. We haven't done it, and I think you can go across to Canada on the bridge. I read about it, but we haven't actually done it.
With your documents.
Yep.
Awesome.
So that's it. Great park for us. 6 out of 6.
Yeah.
Definitely would come back.
Come back.